Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins of interest. And today we're going to be taking a look at this coin, Metapets, right? This is a coin that we have flagged. We are closely checking everything that is happening within this project. And there was an AMA that was done yesterday, Friday, right? And we are going to be going through it. So just ensure that you're subscribed to the channel if you want to remain updated about everything that is happening with Metapets. So let's jump in and check the price for yesterday. For today, we do see 9029, right? 14% up. The overall market is recovering. You see the market is green. The overall market is recovering, but you do see that the price of Metapets is relatively low than what we've been seeing, right? By now you'll be expecting at least to be on 9035 around there, right? So we do see some investors putting some money into the project, and the traded volume, this is a very important metric to check, is only 101,000, right? 25% up, but it's only 101,000. So the trading volume is very low. So even though the graph is green, the trading volume is very low. If you'd remember, a couple of weeks ago, this trading volume was upwards of $6 million, right? Market sentiment, right? We do see the market sentiment is quite bad. More investors are voting the project bad. We see 42% are voting bad. CMC, I can confirm it's not buggy because I've checked other projects, right? It's only Metapets, right? So definitely we see investor confidence is dropping, and this is a huge worry because with investor confidence dropping, you're not going to be getting any more money being invested into the project because a lot of investors are going to shy away when they see this market sentiment, right? So that's something that I thought I should talk about in terms of the price for today. So let's jump into the whiteboard and see what the AMA was about. So we've got some updates today, right? And we're going to go through it and we're going to analyze it and see what this means as we normally do. So the first thing is the website. Obviously, as you can see, we still do not have a website. I was truly hoping that this week was the week where the website was going to be launched, but unfortunately, that has not happened, right? So maybe next week we're going to see a website. And then in terms of CETIC, right? So they are doing a multi-signatory contract. That's what the CEO said. So that's what they are working on to just ensure that the contract to get more points basically with CETIC to get a higher score. But we are still waiting to get that CETIC report so that we can jump into it and see what CETIC managed to pick up, right, in terms of the smart contract. And then Telegram, right? There was something that I did not agree with that the CEO said in terms of Telegram. He says some updates is only going to be covering them in Telegram because he does not want to share what they are going to be doing. For example, in terms of the roadmap, he shared what they are going to be doing in Q1 and Q2, right? But he says he doesn't want to share a whole lot of information because people want to copy him and all that. I don't believe that at all, right? There are multiple projects that I do cover here, and everyone has shown their roadmap upwards of Q4 2022. Some even Q1 and Q2 2023, right? Like, I don't believe that. And he says he's going to be sharing some of the things only in Telegram. Guess what? On BSC scan, if you go there, this is disrespect. You have 107,000 addresses, right? So we can just assume 107,000. Obviously, some will have multiple addresses, but 107,000 people have invested into the project. But you only are choosing to only give information to 22,000 people who are in Telegram, right? What about the rest? Not everyone wants to use Telegram. Everybody knows this, how scammy Telegram is, right? Not a lot of people are comfortable using Telegram. So you cannot say that I'm only going to be updating the people in Telegram, only 22,000 people versus 100,000 people who have invested into the project, right? So I do not agree with that. And then in terms of the roadmap, he shared Q1 and Q2, what they are going to be doing there. So exactly which order these things are going to happen, I do not know, right? This is basically what he said in the AMA. So there's going to be match giveaways, match NFT, digital match, 3D augmented reality match. So as you can see, these 4 points here, it's all about match, right? I do not care about match at all, right? So in terms of the website, that's also part of Q1. That most definitely we are expecting to see a website at least next week, right? I was hoping we'd already have it, but at least next week we're expecting to see a website. And then the interesting thing that he spoke about that I'm going to be keeping an eye on is the beta game release, right? I did not expand as to what game is this, a Telegram game, what sort of game is this, right? So definitely this is something that we're going to be keeping an eye on, right? In terms of the quality of the game and all that, we're going to be checking this out. And then we have Metapets swap. That's something that he said is going to be coming up. So this is a big announcement, Metapets swap. And by the way, if you're going to be releasing Metapets swap, we need a whole lot of information. This is actually quite weird because this is not in the white paper. He recently just has done a white paper. It's right here, right? There's no mention. We don't see Metapets swap. And by the way, Metapets swap is also going to need a static audit, right? Metapets swap will also require a static audit, just as you see with other projects. For example, we have a project Shibnobi, right? They are about to submit their code for a static audit next week. So if they are going to develop their own swap, it needs a static audit. Just a pointer, right? And also integrating reflection tracker. That's a nice to have. Preparation for Ethereum bridge. So basically they are preparing to be on Ethereum. And then NFT previews, they're going to have some to be going on to some centralized exchanges. They did not specify which exchanges, and also some decentralized exchanges. So they're going to be doing big billboards, big manual ban, right? We've been asking about ban, big manual ban, and then NFT launch, and then NFT integration to games. So basically, this is what he said for Q1 and Q2. For me, the main highlights really that I can see here is for you, if you invest in this project, is the centralized exchanges, right? Centralized exchanges and beta game release and Metapets swap. Those are going to be the three things that are going to boost investor confidence, right? So if these three things come out and we do see the quality of the game, the Metapets swap and the centralized exchanges, right, we're going to be taking a close look into this, right? At least now we have a commitment of Q1 and Q2. So at least by the end of Q2, we can expect to have the Metapets swap. We can expect to have a beta game release, right? And some centralized exchanges, right? Significant centralized exchanges. Possibly crypto.com, we don't know. Those are the things that I'm looking at. The rest, NFTs and what, all this stuff, I don't really care about. But the most important things in terms of an investor is the beta game release, Metapets swap, and central exchanges. These three things. This is what we are going to be tracking. They are very important. The Ethereum bridge, this is just a way of getting other investors to come in into the project, right? Because we have a whole lot of investors who are on Ethereum, right? So by establishing an Ethereum bridge, you're going to ensure that those investors come and invest into your project. But largely, this Q1, Q2 is all about match years. You can see website, I think Metapets is one of the only website with over 100,000 addresses here, right? 100,000 holders that does not have a website. They only have a landing page, right? That's like a record. It should go into the Guinness Book of Records, right? But anyway, this is what the AMA was all about. Here at Net Crypto, we are going to be tracking the beta game release, Metapets swap, and centralized exchanges. These three metrics are very important, right? The rest we don't really care about, but these three metrics are very important. Of course, Ethereum is also important. So if you're an investor, these three metrics are very important. So if you've watched all the way until now, just ensure that you're subscribed to the channel, because we are going to be covering everything that is happening with Metapets, good or bad, right? Good or bad, right? Some people think that I'm a father of Metapets. No, we just look at the facts, right? So if the facts are positive, we're going to be positive. But right now, we have promises and no delivery whatsoever, which makes this project dangerous. That's why I said, now that we have a preview of Q1, Q2, these three metrics, we are going to be looking at them very closely, right? For the sentiment of net crypto to change, we have to see significant movement in terms of the delivery. We have to see it in terms of the beta game release, the centralized exchanges, right, in the swap. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.